Now we're going to go to the closet. This is where you're going to have to spend a lot of time because the closet is going to have multiple shirts and multiple items that have logos on them that you just don't recognize. The good thing for you is Google searching things. You can search a lot of these various different items or product lines and figure out kind of what they mean and what they really stand for at a street level. For instance, a little bit earlier we talked about Molly, okay? Molly, again, is a street level slang term for ecstasy. There's multiple other terms for it also. This is a very common standard one that you might see on their Facebook pages, their cell phones, or simply on some of their clothing. Another one here that is becoming really, really popular are various different strains of marijuana, the strain names of marijuana. So not the name marijuana, but the various different strains, because there's a lot of different ones out there. This is a Kush, which is a strain of marijuana. Purple Kush is a popular strain. It's a potent strain of marijuana. So we tend to see stuff like this around there also. Here's another beanie hat. Simple stuff that has the bloodshot red eyes, meaning expansion of the blood vessels, meaning someone's high or someone's stoned. That's why you see items like that. As you start thumbing through the shirts, you just see some just regular shirts and tank tops, but we come across one, has a scantily clad female on it, drinking some type of substance, but on the back, you see I'm on one. That could stand for a lot of different things. I've heard people and seen people use the phrase I'm on one as far as alcohol, as far as drugs. I've seen a lot of different things. Again, talking to your child and really figuring out what that actually means to them. You see one here, have a nice trip. This is frequently associated with the acid, okay, or LSD. When someone's talking about a trip, when you see things in blurry colors, blurry lines, that's the reference that you have there. You have other stuff also. This one here, nailed it. This is a great example. A lot of people would look at this and think that this is a sexual reference, which it can be, but in this case it's not. What that little nail is that you actually see right there, that's very popular in the dabbing and waxes and concentrates world. So this is actually a shirt that's based off of marijuana concentrates and waxes. What else do we have here? Loud, here's another one. I see this one quite a bit. Loud at a street level, when it says I love loud, especially you notice the eyes are a little bit droopy. Loud can also mean marijuana. So in other words, for some people it can be saying I love marijuana. It just depends on the person. Sour Diesel, this is another one we talked about a little bit earlier as far as strains. This is another strain name, and it's hard for parents to be able to keep up with all this. I realize that. But when you see something that you don't recognize, I mean, if my son's wearing a shirt that has a gas tank on, it's a Sour Diesel, and I don't recognize it, I'm going to look that up and try to figure out what that actually means, and you'll quickly find that it's referencing marijuana strains. Let's see what else we have in here. Same thing here. You see this particular shirt here. You see kind of some type of purple substance on it, and it almost looks like the top of a drink, and it says lean. Lean is a street level term for cough medicines. When you hear someone talking about lean, talking about drink or purple drink or one of those things, lean on me, those are all street level terms for cough medicine abuse and getting high off cough medicines, which are also very popular with youth. So that's kind of it for this section of the closet. Okay, on the other side of the closet, we see a couple things here. We see some shirts that actually have numbers on them. Let's talk about the first one. This one right here says 420. 420 is your universal time and day to get high. It's a popular culture drug term, and it's been around for a very long time. It's a pretty standard term. We've seen a newer term come out that's it's called 710. 710 is also the same thing, but what 710 is referencing, it's actually the word oil turned upside down, and it's very popular for waxes, oils, and concentrates. And it's a newer term that's been around for a few years, but we're seeing this one become more and more popular. Now, you also have simple stuff. I mentioned Molly a little bit earlier. You can see here, Molly's my homegirl. You'll see stuff, I love Molly, looking for Molly. Molly's my best friend. Same thing here. I saw it on a store mannequin one day. Where's Molly? Looking for Molly. You might also hear Lucy. That's a popular culture term for LSD, and of course Mary Jane and many terms for marijuana. Okay, another popular culture thing are the belts with bottle openers on them. A lot of these belts that have the metal front, when you open it up on the backside, actually have a built-in bottle opener on them. Now, of course, just because someone has a belt with a bottle opener doesn't mean that they're consuming alcohol, but it's something to be paying attention to. It's just another thing that's out there that you probably weren't so well aware of even exists. Hey, parents out there, that concludes our educational video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. And as I said earlier, our goal is to raise good, healthy kids. And this is one step to being able to do that, paying attention to what's going on. And even for my own kids, I'm no different than you. We all need to be paying attention and raising our kids healthy. Tall Cop says stop out. Take care. Thanks.